Entertainment Group panel. We've got a lot of updates for you guys. I'm very stoked as a fan myself. You may or may not know me. You can see me on shows such as Tracker or League of Loiter. I know you did last summer, many others. But before I was a TV actor, and in my heart of hearts, I've always been a hot girl to the end. Are you with me? Season, let's go. So, all right, let's get comfortable. We got a lot of updates. We got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about, so we'll get to it. Welcome, 13th Floor Entertainment Group. How are we doing? We're feeling good? Okay, let's get to it. So, Chris, I've known this guy for a long time, you guys.
This is a bit surreal, yeah. A
really, really long time. 2008, I did my first haunted house in Austin, Texas, House of Torment. We got our slider gloves. Any sliders in the audience? Yeah, I hear you back there. I hear you sliding back there. Chris, let's get to some juicy bits. Okay, so tell me, are you so excited for this year?
It is going to be an incredible year.
Okay.
And when I think about what 2024 brought, which was the revival of the Dark Harbor event, who Harry?
Yes. I know, and he's so excited for that. So
I think that this year we thought about, how do we level up from Dark Harbor? What can we do that would be next? And we figured, why not transition from haunted ship to actual haunted mansion?
Oh gosh, I'm so excited! So we have a lot of future stuff to talk about.
We're going to talk about Festival Fright nights at Winchester Mystery House. We're going to talk about our new Magic of the Jack-O-Lanterns location, which is just down the street a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be moving from Weird Arrows to the South Coast Botanical Gardens and Rachel House Gardens. So those are real close by here, so we're excited about that. And then outside of that, we've been doing different activation work. We've got an amazing creative team, so naturally putting them to work doing things other times of the year. I don't know how many of you guys saw the activation for the Nosferatu film at Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Oh God!
So for those of you that didn't experience it, I think we do have a quick little video that shows.
Yes, well we're gonna have a look before we get into all of the goody goods coming into the next year. We're gonna have a look at what 13th Floor Entertainment Group has been doing over the past year. Let's have a look.
Hi, Elvie.
I love you guys. Okay, all right. So obviously we've got some iconic screams, and it's all over California, all over the U.S. So a little bit more about what you guys are doing in the coming year. Anything that you want to talk about regarding the repeats, things that we're going to see again, things that are brand new?
I could repeat my miss on the video cue if you all like.
LOL.
Pass it back to Yeah, lots of exciting new stuff this year. Some exciting announcements happening today that are exclusive to this event that I think you're all going to be surprised by. And like I said, outside of that, the company has continued to grow, looking to create more activations and experiences year-round for you guys to enjoy. So pretty happy about that. And like I said, we did an immersive experience for the Nosferatu film and focus features. I don't know if any of y'all got to attend that. I don't know, the tickets went pretty quickly to that.
Yeah, we got your fans right here now.
Yeah, of course. And so, yeah, for those of you that didn't see it, we are going to take a peek at it now on the cue, the correct video.
No.
announcements for the haunted mazes that 13th floor is doing in parts of Southern California.
Woo! Let's go! You guys, I have to say, since working with 13th floor for such a long period of time, these guys were the first ones to really turn haunts into not just these mazes that you walk through and people pop out, but true immersive interactive experiences where you feel like you are in the set of a film, in the set of something and you're part of the story. So it really excites me to see that you guys are working on such big storylines and big IPs to make them so interactive. So let's give them a hand for that.
And outside of that, we're looking to do things other times of the year. We did some activations around Friday the 13th this year. We were able to open the Park Dark Harbor for the first time in an off-season event. I don't know if any of you got to experience that. But we're looking to do more things like that throughout the year, give you guys a little bit of taste of horror and haunt entertainment year-round.
Rock and roll, dude. I'm literally so excited. I haven't been to Midsummer Scream in a couple years, and I came in and I was like, oh my gosh, my people. You're all here, and it's massive. So I think you have a lot of fans that I really appreciate what you guys are doing. So let's kick off what we've got coming up in the next year. Amy, I'm going to talk to you first. The magic of the jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. Do we have something that we should look at before we start asking questions?
No, let's get started asking me questions.
Okay. You have any updates on
I actually do think we have a video.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's have a look. Magic of the jack-o'-lanterns.
So we're excited. You heard Chris say we're moving to a new location. We're moving to South Coast Botanic Gardens, not too far, about a half an hour from here in Palos Verdes.
That's a big deal.
We're really excited about this venue. So I love history. If you don't know me, I'll tell you a little bit about this space. Back in the early 1900s, South Coast Botanic Gardens was a mine for diatomaceous earth. That is a white chalky substance that can be used for many industrial things. I'm not a chemist, I know some type of bug repellent, but it's very valuable and it naturally was here. So it was mined and there started being these huge pits in this area because of the mining. In about 1951, the mine closed down and it became a sanitary landfill because you have these giant pits of land, right? So started putting trash into these pits. These pits became mounds. In about 1961, the people in this community wanted to really beautify and reclaim this land. So they started planting plants there to beautify it instead of having huge trash heaps in their backyard. It became official botanic garden in 1961, where they started planting 40,000 trees. And today, it's open as a botanic garden with over 200,000 plants. This is a vast space with hills and valleys, and we think it's a perfect location for us to take our awesome displays and add 10,000 pumpkins in the area. And we're really excited about it. And you just imagine, if you came to Whittier Narrows last year and saw the show, you probably know we have a lot of hand-carved pumpkins, all different themes. Like it could be something like vintage Halloween. It could be massive dinosaurs, under the sea, all different types of themes. But now you're going to take that and walk past these beautiful plants, and there's this display like hidden amongst the trees. So we really think this will feel immersive. And as you're walking into this experience under the giant banyans that cover paths, we're going to be using some new lights and technology to really feel like it's immersive. And that's why we're calling
Same, I love their
this
setup.
event the Enchanted Holloman. So we're pretty excited about that. I think that this event, for me, I love intense, scary Halloween, but this is a beautiful palate cleanser. So I go on, I mean, I have to go there for work, obviously, but go there on a night where you want Halloween, you want that cozy feeling when you like get some cider and cozy up, but get to walk through this space. And last year it was about a half mile. This year it's double that. It's a mile long. So
We're younger.
like
You're getting your
this.
steps.
I can't think of a better location for this. And everyone on our team, from the artists who carved the pumpkins, the people who loaded the shows and planned it, we're just really stoked. So I won't even know how awesome it's gonna be until it's going
Until you're in the midst of it.
Yes, I have a panel at 6.
Really excited to be working with that.
Amazing. Amy, thank you. I feel like I'm with you on that. Tell me if I'm wrong, but Halloween, obviously, this is the horror. We like the scares. We want the blood. We want the gore. But to like get started in the spooky season with like a little cup of cider, a little hot chocolate, a cute, cool night. Everyone's wearing their cute little Halloween clothes. That's the night to do it. Awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll still have, we have a fun zone, so if you come with families, or if you're an adult who likes inflatables, we have pumpkin bounce pad, we have a giant slide that you go down, we have s'mores, lots of different food and beverage
You guys have
options.
s'mores. Not only do they have s'mores, but you like cook them.
Yeah, you gotta cook them yourself.
With a
Yeah.
little fire and on the stick. You do the whole thing.
It's gonna be awesome.
Oh,
Very
magical.
simple.
Magical. Okay, that is Magic of the Jack-O-Lantern. I'm very excited. For those of you who are like wanting to take photos, I mean, now we're in a generation where it's like, give us the Instagram, give us the photo ops. This is the place to take the photo ops, you guys. It's a night of photo ops, so I can't wait to be there. Okay, cool. Now I want to do a little bit of a 180 turn here. Let's get to the gory juice. Let's go to the world of Delusion. Let's
I've never done
go!
Delusion.
Hello, John Breaker. How are we doing? What
This
are
is
we
the year.
doing? Where are we?
You don't know where we are?
I have no idea.
I don't know. We're with the fans. We're with the people who love the
Yes,
music for
yes,
so many years.
And with Delusion, are we going to be, last year we were in the Stimson house? Who rode the tricycle? Anyone? I rode the tricycle. Yes, we got tricycle riders in the back. I see you in the
I
back.
would have been it.
Yeah, we had a great time. So where are we going to be this year?
Oh, this year is insane. I can't believe we got this place, but it's a storied venue in downtown LA. Some of you might know about it. It's called the Variety Arts Theater. Anybody know where that is? Yes. A long time ago, I think one of us has heard. And this is, as you can see here, an unbelievable location. Multi-story, 5-story elevators. It's quite haunted, and it serves the purpose of this year's story quite well. It's a place I've had my eye on for a while. I've actually shot a couple of movies there in the past, and but it's still a gutted, terrifying, beautiful place. Very close to everything, so that's a big plus for everybody here.
Okay, and how would you say that this new show is going to compare to previous shows?
Well, every year has a different story, which has been an incredible feat, and being able to pull this team together to actually realize the new stories every year is quite a challenge, but a wonderful challenge. So every year, we have these different venues. In some years, we've been able to be in the same venue. Like at Phillips Estate a while ago. We were there for 3 years, but once this place came along, that's our biggest change, besides the story that we'll get into in a moment, but is this location and the set pieces that we're going to build within there. Again, I'll dig into the story a little bit later, but that's the big change. And also, we have an incredible lounge this year. We've been wanting to do like up the lounge experience more and more every year. Now we have 2 floors, and I'm excited that we're gonna. I always get into this old-timey music for Delusion when you're in the lounge, which is fun, it's that kind of era, but I want to go in a different route, like something more in the lines of like Cocktail Twins, and like stuff that vampires would listen to just more, but like a really cool
We
dance.
got fans on that. Yes.
Yeah, dance club kind of thing. Like this is gonna have high energy, so you're gonna love that one.
I love the last part is always my favorite, especially discovering those little Easter eggs, the little tiny things that you have hidden away.
That's always your favorite story.
Never, come on, he's throwing me busted, guys. But I do love the Easter egg, and I also love, selfishly, I love all of the new merch every year. Because it always goes back to the story of that year, and so you collect over the years all the different stories from each previous year.
Oh yeah. No, actually, this is another quick announcement here. We're very excited to finally, this is something we want to do for a long time. We actually have an online merch store, which is our first time ever, which has taken quite a while. So that's delusionmerch.com, so you guys can go there now and grab stuff from previous years. And then the merch stuff we're going to have at the venue is exclusive to that, so you got to make sure you get your tickets and get to the lounge to get that exclusive stuff.
Okay, so now that we've bubbled it up, now that we're all ready and ready to go, let's talk about the storyline. Let's talk about this new storyline. Are you guys ready for it? Yeah! Thank you!
Can you queue up a little video here?
Yes, I want to know, what is the
I'm
storyline?
leaving that live.
What is the storyline?
Show me. All right, we got the harrowing of hell.
Yes.
I am here for it. Tell us everything about the harrowing of hell.
I think the person on my left, Amy, is much better at elaborating and getting excited about these things. I'm very excited about Harrowing of Hell. But Amy, you want to tell us a little bit of the synopsis?
Of course, thank you.
Yes.
It's not like we were
This makes my whole day.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. The famed inscription adorns the arched entryway leading into the belly of Pagan's Path, a supernatural cult that has taken the metaphors of Dante's Inferno far too literally, seducing followers through circles of hell as a necessary preparation for the afterlife. Devotees of the path claim to be conduits between worlds, venerable watchers over the gates of hell. To take the path is to endure a reflection of mortal weakness and sin. If one can survive, then paradise awaits.
Let's go! Who's taking the path? I'm taking the path. I'm going to paradise. I can't wait to see what paradise entails.
Yeah, Paradise can mean many things.
And honestly,
In John Rivers' world, I'm terrified to see what
I'm very, very excited, terrified, and absolutely delighted. So every year, John, I feel like you up your game. There's more to do, there's more story. Where do you get your inspiration for creating a new show every year?
There's a dock nearby, there's a little guy named Manny Manners that I go to once a month, and you gotta get there at 2:30 a.m. He's the one that gives me the ideas. Once a month, you gotta get there, he doles them out.
Only the 13th floor.
Yeah. He speaks to me and gives me the ideas every once in a while. Well, I appreciate you saying that. I never think about it as like upping the game so much as like, what would I like to see and what is this new venue that we have? And I read this story in high school, Dante's Inferno, of course. I think a lot of people have read that, I assume, right?
Yes.
So, that was like a couple claps over this.
Because they made us read it in high school, and so we're all like, yeah.
I know, that's true. But then I have it in my collection, and one day I looked over and I saw it there. I was like, I want to do something like this, something where people get to experience different circles of hell. And as I'm reading the story, I was thinking about the Delusion fans and how they're all wretched and sinful.
Yes,
In the most
we
beautiful
are.
way, like myself. And so it'd be fun to go on an adventure like that, sort of in a very cinematic kind of way. And that's what Delusion has been, more of a cinematic experience. So incredible. We're going back to some cool creatures and some cool stunts. And The team has been amazing this year. I brought in a good buddy, AJ Dannon, who's over the years been helpful in reading the story as well too. Getting the whole thing to flow and the intricacies of these incredible shows. Another shout out to Sati over there. Sati is the stage manager. She has helped make sure that everything moves as smooth as we can. And I could name off a lot more people, but that's how the story came about from finding the book again. And that was the reason. So, appreciating the book and just realizing the circles of hell in such a different way. It's not what you might imagine. It's going to be it's very visceral. It's very interactive as Delusion always is. So you gotta make sure you wear your shoes and don't mind getting a little dirty.
Oh yeah, we know. We're falling down on our knees. Ready to do that again. Thank you so much, John Breger. Thank you for Delusion, and we will be checking that out soon. Let's go. Alright, so I want to move on to the next thing. We've got 13th Floor's brand new attraction. Their newest attraction of this year. Never seen before. Are you ready? Are you ready? Festival Fright Nights at Winchester Mystery House. Have you guys seen this house? So I would like to welcome a special guest onto the stage. If we could have Walter Matson join us on the stage. We've got a partnership we want to talk about, pretty please.
Hello.
Walter, what's up, dude? Welcome.
I brought my own microphone from San Jose.
Okay, you got
I always travel with it.
We're all analog over here. Record it up.
No, I can't be constrained with the wires.
We'll learn. Walter, thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure. It's amazing to be up here with you.
Look how many awesome people are here. You guys. I would like to talk with you, Walter, about Winchester and how this partnership happened.
We are so excited. You know, we've been open since 1923. And the first record of a nighttime event at the Mystery House was 1938, which was actually a Houdini seance with the widow who being trying to contact her husband. And
This is real.
This is real, absolutely.
True life, you guys.
Summer 1938. And the last 15, 20 years, our guests really wanted a more theatrical experience, more story. And we've done a number of different activations, but we were so impressed by 13th Floor's growing portfolio and what they've done in the Dark Harbor especially. So we started some conversations, we run in the same circles, and we're really excited to have a great, amazingly talented team and take it to the next level.
I love this. One thing about 13th Floor that I'm sure you guys have all noticed is that the production quality of their sets, wherever they are, is insane. So to have a location that already brings so much production quality to the store, I mean, Brett, I want to know, like, how did you guys make this happen? Are you able to edit the house? Are you adding things to the house? Does the house already do its job?
The house does the job. I mean,
Yes.
The house is like the Queen Mary, meaning that it's going to be the star of the show. If you've ever been to Winchester Mystery House, I think you're going to immediately fall in love with this massive, confusing maze of rooms, stairs to nowhere, doors to nowhere. So we are going to really capitalize on the existing architecture. And then, as you know, our team builds beautiful sets. And at a lot of our locations, sometimes you're seeing a real wall, a real room, and you can't tell what elements we've added. Have we extended that wall? Have we built something in that space? So we are going for authenticity at this event. And so we are really going to be the story will be drawn from the history of the mansion. And I think the scenes and sets that we do are intended to look like they've been there the entire time. So we're not trying to come in and build a carnival or other things like that. We're really being inspired by the history and all the stories that we're going to tell at Festival Fright.
I love that. Do we have a video that we can play that gives us a little bit more insight to Festival Fright Nights?
absolutely. You know, we take it real serious being caretakers of the Winchester Mystery House, Sarah Winchester's masterwork. So when we bring in any partners, it's really important to us that they really respect the history. And I could not be just more pleased with Rene and his team, everyone on the 13th floor. They have come and they have found, and this is real, they have found nooks and crannies that we have never explored and that we have never had as part of the nighttime Halloween activation. So there are spaces of the house and the estate that will be activated as part of Festival Fright Nights that we have not done before. It's a great respect for the history, great respect for also our caretakers. We have such a great dedicated team. How many of you in the Winchester Mystery House?
Yes.
We are only 5.5 hours away from you, which is our new tagline. So just know that.
It sounded so close to me.
You know, I mean, you need to see it in print, then you get it. But we are
So this is Dante's Inferno on the way.
So we could not be more excited. These are the perfect partners for us, and you know, we're very engaged in the process as well. And I think you're going to be blown away at just areas of the estate that you're not going to worry about.
I'm personally so excited because I have not been to the Winchester Mystery House, and that is
Gosh.
where I was on the website last night scrolling through, crazy, not realizing how huge it was. So the fact that you said that there are nooks and crannies that you had never even explored before, new haunted spaces that we've yet to explore, I'm very, very excited about. And regarding the history, Brett, are you weaving the real life history into the stories that you guys are telling?
We are, so I don't want to give away too much of the story today, because the story is something that's going to unravel around you when you're participating in this event. What I can tell you is, we are setting Festival Fright Nights in 1924. It's 2 years after Sarah Winchester's death. There's a new owner of her beautiful mansion, Rene. We're not sure what the new owner's intentions are, but he is holding a masquerade, a Halloween masquerade, and it's Halloween night, 1924. And when you arrive on the property, this is, we've been saying, this is an entirely brand new Halloween event. So it's unlike anything that has happened on this property in the past. As Walter said, you know, we've asked, can we use this space? Can we use this space? We're taking you down to the basement. We're taking you up to the 4th floor balconies. We're using the entire mansion. We're using the outbuildings. We're activating all the grounds. You know, we're even expanding and taking our staff spaces and putting them outside the mansion footprint, because we really look at Rene, this mansion estate, as this immersive experience. So when you step through the gates, you are part of Festival Fright Nights until you leave that mansion. And it's not just one attraction. It's called Festival Fright Nights because there's a variety of things to do as part of this experience. There are 3 main attractions. The first attraction is called the Masquerade of Shadows, and you know, there's a Halloween masquerade happening. So that is going to be in the front part of the mansion. This is, you know, like we said, exploring all parts of the mansion. So you're going up steps, down steps, really using all these nooks and crannies. Once you're done that experience, we take you outside. We're activating all these outbuildings. There's a really cool greenhouse on the property. We're building some unique scenes and sets for that space. That attraction is called The Root of All Evil. And then the last attraction of the main attractions is called The Final Descent. And that's going to take you all the way deep down to one of the basements of the Winchester Mystery House. So as you experience these attractions, each attraction that you experience, you're going to learn a little bit more about the story, a little bit more about this mysterious owner and what he is doing on this property. There's even an opportunity each night. There will be a limited number of invitations to the Maestro's Masquerade Ball. So if you're lucky enough, you can be part of that masquerade every night. And if that is part of your experience, you'll come to the property, and with a cocktail in hand, you're going to walk through the front doors of the mansion to mix and mingle with spirits of all kinds. And that's going to be a really cool and unique experience. I don't think that you and your team have done anything like that in the past. And then you're going to be part of the show in a sense, and you're going to go right into that first attraction. So if you participate in that experience, you're going to learn another level of the story. And so that's why I don't want to give away too much of the story, because your experience will really depend on the attractions that you do at this event and kind of the characters that you interact with. So you'll get the story, but depending on how much you do and how much you participate, will be how much of that story you actually get to understand and get to learn.
Amazing. Those are honestly my favorite kind of experiences because you can go multiple times and you'll have a completely different experience each time and you get more of the story every time you go. And I feel like almost all of 13th floor attractions are like that, where you go and you can bring one group of friends and then go again and bring another group of friends and still have an amazing time and have a different kind of time. So I'm very excited about that. I honestly cannot wait. It's giving eyes wide shut vibes, you guys. Awesome. Well, thank you, Walter. Thank you for coming to meet with us. Thank you so much. Give it up for Walter. That's a great night. Winchester Mystery House.
So I think that's for the strangers panel. Are you doing that panel?
Walter.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I walked
You guys are
around.
geeking
Okay.
out.
I just saw the third
Okay.
one.
I'm geeking out, but I have to keep it together because last but not least, last but not least, I'm not biased, but I might be a little biased that I have a bit of a faith. We're going to talk about the one attraction that is very near and dear to my heart, so much so that I will fly down, I will leave set, I will fly down to Los Angeles and I will say, can I please come and play with you guys because I am so stoked to be part of Midnight Falls. Let's talk about LA Haunted Hayride, you guys. If we can, let's take a look at LA Haunted Hayride.
Yeah, Fiona's not joking around. She does a night a year.
Yes.
At the Hayride.
Every single year, even if I'm working, I beg production to let me off so I can go put on some really dirty clothes and come and scare with you guys. Like I said, we go back really 2008.
Yeah, when she says she's a spooky kid, 100%. I mean, Fiona's been part of the 13th, 14th forever. Moved to LA one year.
I moved here in 2016, and you guys were just kind of starting to move over to Dark Harbor and LA on Hayride, and I was just jealous.
Yeah, for sure. But no, she has been incredible. In fact, one thing too, she flew here from set just to do this with you guys today.
I'm so stoked. So now that we're talking about my favorite event, no offense everyone, I love all the events, but LA on Hayride. Yeah, let's talk, yes! Yes, and let's talk a little bit more about how we're in the 17th year. Yeah, this will be year 17. Yeah. Damn, you guys, 17 years! On that barrel Rene, going on the tractor, how has it evolved over the years?
Who's been to the Hayride?
Everyone!
I haven't. I didn't get a chance to go last year.
Who has been in the first 10 years? When it was at okay, and then who's been since it's in the new location?
That's happened now.
Okay. Yes. We've evolved a lot. I mean, obviously,
We got photos too.
in 17 years, it's nothing stays the same, right? But we, obviously it started on one side of Griffith Park, it's now on a new side of Griffith Park. It has grown massively in size, storylines have run the gamut. We have our own town now, Midnight Falls. I mean, that's something to have your own town, it's quite an evolution. But it's been quite a journey in 17 years, and I think right now this year we're about to hit, I think, our next stride, and we're excited for some new things that we're going to talk about today.
Okay, so regarding the evolution, what are we looking towards this year? What are the updates that we're going to see?
So this year, I know we've, the LA Haunted Hayride, the thing that makes us unique, right? Like that special piece of the hayride is our hayride, right? It's the one thing you can't get anywhere else in LA. You can get mazes, you can get pumpkin patches, you can get lots of things, but you cannot get a hayride. In LA, it is impossible to find a place where we can put you in the dark at night and annihilate you. Right?
Safely, everyone leaves on stage.
But we can do that at the hayride. So one of the things we're really focused on this year, I'm specifically focused on this year, is we're going to dial back some of that old, haunting, vintage hayride of the past. Things that you loved and got to know, and the things that made the hayride iconic. We're going to bring some of those things back this year. We're going to bring iconic scenes back that if you were in the first 10 years, if you went to the other side of Griffith and experienced here at the old abandoned zoo, you will recognize these scenes. You will recognize these sounds. You will recognize characters, and it's going to be robust. A big piece of it, and I think this is what I'm the most excited about, in addition to some new, very pivotal and large scenes, is we have a vault, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but we have a vault of like 400 original musical score tracks from the first 10 years of the hayride. Like 400 tracks. So we've been spending this year diving deep into those tracks, and we're bringing a lot of that back. So the hayride is going to be louder, it's going to be darker, there's going to be characters that are going to leave you looking in your back seat when you leave, you're going to go home, you're going to fall asleep, and you're going to think about these characters. So we are actually we're going to haunt the shit out of you this year. Just like this visually stunning, images that I think we're known for. We're gonna hit you a lot of those this year. So if you think you knew what you were going to experience on the hayride, I promise you, you do not know. So get to the hayride this year because it's gonna be a good time.
Maybe you want to add on a little updates?
Yeah, you have no idea, like Melissa said. You can choose not the idea. No, I mean, I think Melissa was getting me pretty excited when she was telling me the wagon's gonna stop.
So that is another big change this year, or another big, I guess, journey back to our past is we used to do a lot of like very cinematic stops with choreography and soundscaping, so detailed in fact that our soundscapes are choreographed to moves, to like the moving of a head, the step of a foot, everything to sound. And so to do this, we need to stop the wagons and actually bring you through a whole ride, bring you through a whole experience.
Yes!
Bring you through a whole feeling, an arc. We want to leave you and make you feel something. So we're doing a lot of that as well. Those stops on the trail are going to be fun. And the other thing they do is they take the tractor, and now the tractor also becomes a character. The wagon loaders are becoming a character. Everything now is going to be a character in the story of the Hayride Trail.
That's right, and even we're taking that outside of the Hayride Trail itself. We want to continue the immersion in Nightfall, so we are still going to have plenty of food and beverage, but instead of food trucks, you're going to see the stands set up as if they're part of this town, continuation of Midnight Falls. Also something that's new and I'm pretty excited about is the Midnight Falls Cider Company. So this is going to be, they're moving into town, and it's going to be an immersive experience where you can get apple cider, a cider donut, and you walk through the mill. There's actually a small piece of it out in the lobby. You might have seen that coming to Hayride, part of the cider mill with the different photo ops. And I think
Do we have donuts out there?
yeah, hot cider donuts, they're so good. And it's just, again, it's like being in Griffith Park, in the dark, in Midnight Falls, feels like you're going to like the East Coast, a little forest town. It's gonna feel so awesome. Set in the 1980s. And we're also bringing back, last year we had an interactive theater experience, Madame Aurora's Seance, that's coming back this year. And of course, we have many escape games, jelly ball, we shoot the zombies and axe throwing. So we want you to spend the whole night in Midnight Falls with us. So
I love that. You guys, I played jelly ball last year. I was not good at it. But the escape rooms, on the other hand, are a blast. I love an escape room. All of my people know that I'm obsessed. In fact, that you guys added those on. There's no way to get bored. There's no way to get tired. And even if you have a group of people where some people want to do one thing, other people want to do something else, go do your thing. There's plenty of stuff to do. And I love that Vintage is having its moment right now. Like, Vintage is having a moment, you guys, and we're here for it, right?
yes, it's really nice to think you're back in a different time than we